Hello everyone, welcome to Young Innovators. In this video, we will explore some advanced electronic components, its working and its application and build circuits using the same on Tinkercad. We will be looking into components like voltage regulator, transistors, sensors and how they work, its application and build circuits using the same and check the output. Voltage sources in the circuit may have fluctuations that might result in not providing a constant output voltage. Using a voltage regulator may serve the purpose of delivering a constant voltage at the output. A voltage regulator, as the name tells, regulates or controls the voltage of the circuit. It takes high voltage input and regulates the same to the required voltage. If you consider an Arduino, the Arduino takes only 5 volt input, but most of the time if we give more than 5 volts to the Arduino, it will not get damaged. Why? Because there is a voltage regulator connected in Arduino which regulates the current flow in the circuit as required. The voltage regulator IC we are using here is a 7805 IC which regulates the voltage to 5 volts. It is a 3-terminal component which belongs to the 78XX family where 78 indicates the positive voltage and XX is the voltage that needs to be regulated, and it is 05 if I want to regulate the voltage to 5 volts, it is 09 if I want to regulate the voltage to 9 volts, and it is 12 if we want the regulated voltage to be 12 volts. So here let's go to the workspace and drag the necessary components for the circuit, that is a LED, a resistor, the 7805 IC and a battery, and place them on the workspace as needed. Let me connect the battery to the voltage regulator, and from the voltage regulator negative, let me connect it back to the negative end of the battery, and from the output of the voltage regulator, we will connect it to the LED and the other end of the LED back to the battery to complete the circuit. And when I start simulation, the LED glows properly without any disturbance. So here we can tell that a 9 volt voltage is regulated to the required amount of voltage for the LED for it to function in the required way. Moving on to the next component, our next component is a transistor. A transistor is a 3-terminal active device used to amplify or switch electronic signals. There are mainly 2 types of transistor, an NPN transistor and a PNP transistor. This classification is based on the direction of the current flow. There are 3 terminals in the transistor, that is a collector, a base and an emitter. If the current is flowing from the collector to the emitter, we call it as an NPN transistor, and if it is flowing from the emitter to the collector, we call it as a PNP transistor. And the symbol for the transistors are as shown. And now let's build a circuit with the transistor where I use 3 resistors and place them on the workspace as shown. Now I take one NPN transistor and one PNP transistor and place them on the workspace. And I drag a buzzer and a battery and place them on the workspace and connect the circuit And on simulating the circuit, the buzzer beeps. And the LED glow. Now, moving on to our next component, we look at a PIR sensor. A PIR sensor, or a passive infrared sensor, is an electronic sensor that measures the light radiating from the objects and gives the output based on the surrounding. There are 3 pins in the PIR sensor, that is an input pin, an output pin and the ground pin. Let us build a circuit and see how it works. Let us build a circuit to detect motion using PIR sensor and check its working. I grab all the components needed and place them on the workspace. And connect it as shown. And now when I start simulation, if there is any obstacle detected in the range of the PIR sensor, the LED glows. And if there is no obstacle detected and if the radiations are passing without any barriers, the LED will not glow. So this explains us how the output is seen and how the sensor works if there is any barrier or if there is any obstacle detected in its range. Hope you enjoyed watching this video.